And Stephen Harper just opened the door to privatization. And that's what people aren't getting, because this information is handed to us in such a soft, palatable manner by people like Peter Mansbridge, right? Right? The no strings attached means Harper's government is not going to enforce the Canada Health Act, which is the only thing standing between the provinces being able to privatize their healthcare systems if they want. So if that Canada Health Act is just going to be thrown out the window and the provinces are going to be allowed to do what they will with the healthcare money, that's a pretty bad situation.
Yep.
I just thought that would be it bears mention that it's another softball that Mansbridge threw to Harper, right? It allows him to sugarcoat this whole healthcare thing. The premiers are freaking out, like Dalton McGuinty's freaking out. You know what I mean? And they should be, but the media is not helping the Canadian people understand why the premiers are freaking out. You know?
Yeah. Well, the issue started too with I think it was BC and Alberta that said that at first that they weren't so concerned about this, and then since that, I'm pretty sure that the premiers have all discussed this and are trying to, at least right now, present some sort of unified position against this new funding setup.
Yeah. And the two mega conservative provinces in this country, Saskatchewan and Alberta, who incidentally have lots of farmland, lots of mineral resources, and lots of tar sands, they're not too concerned, because these have provinces that can basically afford to do whatever they want. You know what I mean?
It definitely puts Atlantic Canada in a really difficult position. I mean, we can't get right into the struggles, the economic struggles in Atlantic Canada in a full spectrum here, but we know that that those conditions aren't going to change overnight, and those provinces are going to see a drastic reduction in the amount of as the Conservatives point out, the decrease of the increase.
Yeah.
Because they're saying they're not going to cut healthcare funding; they're actually reducing the increase.
Yeah.
Let's just hope that those reductions don't increase.
Yeah.
It's just
well.
Such
Let's put it this way: the increases have been
difference.
reduced so that the increases no longer match inflation. Therefore, they've been decreased. So all the euphemisms in the world don't cover the fact that Stephen Harper has just gutted the healthcare system in Canada. You know, and the values that Canadians hold dear. We talked about it last week. The important point here is that that in order to have a dignified existence in this country, you have to think that your life is as valuable as anybody else's life.
Absolutely.
It's the fundamental principle of human dignity in Canada. And the best way for the government to tell you, Mike Cook, that your life is worth just as much as some oil baron in Alberta is to say he gets to stand in line behind you at the doctor's office if you get there first with as serious a condition. You know what I mean?
And you know what, too? There's another point that I'd like to make as well. Let's compare these two issues. Let's compare what Stephen Harper in this interview had to say about Iran and what he had to say about his healthcare funding. Okay, so on the Iranian issue, he talked about behind the private closed doors, there was consensus.
Yeah.
Well, Stephen Harper worried about consensus seems like an oxymoron, because when it comes to something like healthcare funding, which is absolutely vital as a Canadian.
Absolutely. Good point. Good point.
And here he is looking for no consensus. In fact, not even going to the table and cutting everyone out from the discussion. And here's a guy who's going to talk about consensus. And of course, when he can talk about consensus, it's consensus behind closed doors.
Right. Excellent point, Mike. Excellent point.
I was appalled by that. I thought that was shocking.
I don't know why the Canadian people right now are not in droves asking for the resignation of Peter Mansbridge right now. And I guess we can conclude this topic and go to a track and come back and blast through a whole bunch of other issues if you want. You know?
Yeah. I just want one more quick point. Take 2 seconds here.
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay, Stephen Harper, not only is he also a religious fundamentalist, but out of every recent Canadian Prime Minister, you show me another Prime Minister that has been more warlike and more interested in developing Canada's military-industrial complex while he criticizes Iran for developing peaceful nuclear energy.
We don't normally push Americans to war. We normally are resisting the pull into war. But this prime minister of ours is pushing a reluctant American administration towards war, regional conflagration that could expand even beyond the region if Russia and China get serious about it. You know what I mean? This is a dangerous time. This is a really dangerous situation. And we have a prime minister that is just ready to rock, ready to go, pushing the American administration to toe the Israeli line and attack right now. You know?
Yeah, so I'd like to say to Stephen Harper, you know, if you just want fighter jets and new Navy, get with the program, man. You want to be extremely militaristic. You need an atom bomb or a nuclear bomb. You need these things. I'm being trite here, of course. And there was 3 other things that he failed to mention that Iran is doing. One, these are the things that Iran is developing. Iran is developing a puppy and wants to kick it. You know, Iran is developing aborted fetuses and wants to eat them. Iran is developing your mother and wants to sleep with her. This is as outrageous. I mean, his statement fits right in with those 3 statements there.
Mike, you want to go to a track that will really capture your sense of outrage in an anti-war kind of way? Here's Michael Franti with Yell Fire. We'll be back.
Never come with a warning. A revolution never sends you an omen. A revolution just arrive like the morning. Ring the alarm, we come to wake up the snoring. They're telling you to never worry about the future. They're telling you to never worry about the torture. They're telling you that you will never see the horror. Spend it all today and we will build you tomorrow. 3-piece suits and bank accounts in Bahamas. Wall Street crime will never send you to the slammer. Tell all the children in the arms of the mamas. The F-15 is a homicide bomber. TV commercial for a popper pill culture. Drug companies circling like a vulture. Amaraki babies with the G.I. Joe father. 10 years from now, is anybody gonna bother your fire? Never sends you an omen. A revolution never come with a warning. A revolution. Everyone addicted to the same nicotine. Everyone addicted to the same gasoline. Everyone addicted to a Technicolor screen. Everybody trying to get their hands on the same green. From the banks of the river to the banks of the greedy. All of the rich is taken back by the needy. We come from the country and we come from the city. Play us on a record, you can play us on a CD. All the shit you giving us is fertilizer. The seeds that you planted, you can never brutalize. Tell the corporation you can never globalize it. Like Peter Tosh said, legalize it. Girls and boys hear the bass and the treble. Rumbling the speakers in and make you wanna rebel. Throw your hands up, take it to another level. And you never ever ever make a deal with the devil. Yeah, fire. Revolution never send you an omen. Revolution never come with a warning. Yeah, fire.
Mike, have you cooled down a little bit?
Yeah, I think so. I'm okay now.
Okay, good.
That just gets me going, Tony.
I know. I just really don't want to go to war with Iran. I don't think our country's all about that, you know.
Yeah.
We've got our
I'll
own
even
oil.
stop it. I just don't want to go to war.
Yeah, period. How about that, eh? Like, and again, the most frustrating part of it is people are buying into the same kind of bullshit, hook, line, and sinker. And they didn't even buy into it for Iraq, but for some reason this time around they are with Iran. People I like and know and respect their politics. We got to do whatever it takes to keep it so that Iran doesn't get nukes. You don't want the evidence to be a mushroom cloud, do you?
Yeah, exactly.
You know what I mean? Oh, come on.
I heard that somewhere before.
Yeah, exactly. You know how that turned out. Oh, my God.
I honestly think, I don't think we should get into this subject, but maybe we should develop it for a later show.
Yeah.
Let's look back and do some analysis on what has changed and what the same powers that be have learnt from their attack on Iraq and the way that they've changed it and went to war with Libya, their approach to Iran, their approach to Syria, and these kind of questions, because there's a huge topic there, and I'd love to do that show with you sometime.
Yeah, what did we learn from Iraq? Apparently nothing.
No, but I
nothing.
think we could even just analyze the position.
Or what should we have learned from Iraq? Yes, okay, yes,
yeah.
Let's do that.
Yeah, exactly.
I think we could spend some time
and the
on that.
changes of approach that governments are now using, the U.S., Israel, Canada, the change in approach. Maybe you could say that they've quote unquote learned something on how to march people off to war.
Yeah, I think the changes occurred within the media, to be honest with you.
Yeah, well, it's a huge topic, and I think that we should do that one in a future show.
Let's not get too far into it here. And like we've mentioned earlier in the show, that I don't give Barack Obama credit for anything during his presidency. I think he's worse than Bush in that he's just as bad as Bush, but he's the guy that comes in the sheep clothing. At least you knew at least you knew he was the bad guy. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So now we see him actually perhaps dragging his heels on this war effort. And good for him for doing something good here. Like, the fact that they haven't already attacked Iran is incredible to me and fantastic, And then you get this, I don't know, here, I'm going to put this link on our page, the Jewish newspaper that mused about, how do we get this war going anyway? Should we take out the president? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I'm going to put that right on our Facebook profile here.
I'll just say something really quickly about that article. So
Yeah.
the article is by, I believe,
Andrew Adler.
Andrew Adler, who writes for, the name of the paper is, where are they located again? It was in the States. It was the Jewish Times from, what is it, Atlanta Jewish Times?
Yes, Atlanta Jewish Times.
Jewish Times. And in the article, he quite forwardly talks about the various options that Israel has in order to get America to go to war with Iran.
Yeah.
And one of them is to, let's not talk about two of them because they're a lot lighter than the third one. The third one is Israel could assassinate Barack Obama and, move to war through that angle.
Yeah, more Israel-friendly vice president that they have.